Question 4 looks at leaves or plant organs, and figure 4 we've got a diagram showing the tissues in the leaf. So we've kind of got a cross section here of the leaf itself. This is the top bit where we have the waxy cuticle, the epidermis, the palisade layer, spongy mesophyll layer, and here we have the xylem and the phloem through there. So the first question says which tissue is the epidermis. So that's that top layer here, just below the waxy cuticle. So there is our epidermis. Moving on to the next question, it says explain how the spongy mesophyll is adapted for its function. So let's just show ourselves again. So this bit here, that's the spongy mesophyll. So why do we have these big gaps everywhere? How does that help us? So that spongy mesophyll has got large air spaces between cells. And this means that gases can diffuse through the leaf into the palisade layer. And it's in that palisade layer where most photosynthesis takes place. So in those palisade cells that we pointed out earlier here, that's where most photosynthesis takes place. So you need carbon dioxide to be able to diffuse in and oxygen to be able to diffuse out. 4.3, the xylem is adapted to transport water through the plant. Explain one way that the xylem is adapted for its function. So it's kind of like a straw that goes all the way up through the plant. So we can say that it's composed of, or it's made of, hollow cells so there is no obstruction to water flow. So that would get you both marks. You could talk about the fact it has lignin, so those structures that hold the tubes open. You could also talk about the fact that the cells have no end walls, so water flows easily. So you've got your choice there. You could talk about this one, or this one. Again, this would probably be my choice. So composed of hollow cells, so there's no obstruction for the water to flow. On to the last part of question 4. We have a close-up of a stoma, so the single stoma or multiple stomata. So this hole through which oxygen and carbon dioxide can diffuse can either be opened or closed, and it's these guard cells that do this opening or closing. If you were to increase the glucose concentration, then that means your cells have a higher concentration than the surrounding solution, so water will move into them. So we say that water moves into the guard cells by osmosis, and this causes the cells to swell up and they curve open. Because this side here, which is quite thin, can stretch and flex, whereas this one can't because it's so thick. That gives you the bending open of this stoma.